Welcome to Shri Chakradhar Education. This is your complete guide to the IGNOU project sample. If you have searched for an IGNOU project sample, an IGNOU synopsis, sample PDF, or an IGNOU project report sample, this one video answers all of it. You will learn exactly what a good sample looks like, the correct format, and how to use a sample safely without getting your work rejected. Let us begin with a clear, direct answer. An IGNOU project has two parts. First, the synopsis, also called the project proposal, which is your plan. Second, the project report, sometimes called a dissertation, which is your final, evaluated document. So an IGNOU project sample simply means a reference copy of either the synopsis or the report, shown so you can understand the correct structure, format, and writing style. One important note before we go further, this video shows you what a sample looks like and how to use it. The deep step-by-step lessons on writing your synopsis, building each chapter, and submitting the report are covered in our separate videos, all linked in the description. Now, the single most important thing about IGNOU project samples. Many students believe IGNOU gives out ready-made sample projects that you can simply download and submit. That is not true, and believing it can cost you a full session. Here is the reality. What IGNOU officially provides is not a finished sample project. It provides program-specific project guidelines and a project proposal pro forma, available in your program guide and on ignou.ac.in. IGNOU's own digital library, IGNOU, also holds dissertation guides and past material for reference. The ready sample. PDFs you see all over the internet are third-party documents. They are useful as references only. They are never an official, submit-ready project from IGNOU. There is a second myth worth clearing. There is no single, universal IGNOU project that fits every course. The format is broadly similar across programs, but every program has its own official guidelines and its own course code. For example, MMPP001 for MBA, MCOP001 for MCOM, MLIP002 for MLIS, and MEVP011 for MSc Environmental Science, so always follow the sample and the guideline that match your own program. Let us now open up a synopsis sample and see what it should contain. Think of the synopsis as a short plan, usually a few typed pages, that convinces IGNOU your study is clear, relevant, and feasible. A well-built synopsis sample shows these parts in order. 1. The title kept short, specific, and tied to your specialization. 2. The introduction and rationale, explaining the background and why the topic matters. 3. The statement of the problem or the research gap you are addressing. 4. The objectives of the study, usually 3 to 5 clear, measurable goals. 5. A hypothesis, if your study is quantitative. 6. The research methodology, covering your research design, sample, and how you will collect and analyze data. 7. The scope and limitations of the study. 8. A chapter outline and references or bibliography in APA or MLA style. When you look at any synopsis sample, check that it follows this flow. If you want the full step-by-step lesson on writing each section, with worked examples, watch our dedicated IGNOU synopsis videos linked below. Next, let us open a project report sample, the final document you actually submit. A good report sample follows a clear front-to-back sequence. Let me walk you through the standard skeleton. It opens with the cover or title page, carrying your project title, name, enrollment number, program, course code, study center, and session. Then come the certificate from your guide and your own declaration of originality. After that, the acknowledgement, the table of contents, and often a short abstract of around 200 to 300 words. Now the main chapters begin. Chapter 1, Introduction. Chapter 2, Review of Literature. Chapter 3, Research Methodology. Chapter 4, Data Analysis and Interpretation. Chapter 5, Findings, Conclusion and Suggestions. The report then closes with references or bibliography, followed by appendices, such as your questionnaire and any raw data. Remember one thing that many students miss. A complete report sample also shows the mandatory documents bound inside: the approved pro forma, the approved synopsis, your guide's biodata, and the originality certificate. Missing these is a common reason reports are returned. For the full chapter-by-chapter teaching, see our complete project guides linked in the description. Now the part students most often get wrong: the format. A sample is only useful if you copy its format, not its content. Here are the common formatting standards you will see in a correct sample. Always confirm the exact rules in your own program guideline because details can vary. Paper size: A4, white. Font: Times New Roman, 12 point, or Arial, 11 point. Headings are usually bold, around 14 point. Line spacing: 1.5 for the main text and single spacing for references and long quotations. Some programs ask for double spacing, so check yours. Margins: 1 inch on all sides and about 1.5 inches on the binding side. Page numbers: Roman numerals for the preliminary pages like the certificate and contents, and normal numbers from chapter 1 onward. The title and certificate pages are usually not numbered. Binding: a neat, hard, soft or spiral binding as your regional center allows, or a single clean PDF for online submission. Length varies a lot by program, so treat any page count you see in a sample as a rough guide, not a fixed rule. Follow the word or page limit written in your own project guidelines. Now the golden rule for using any IGNOU project sample. A sample is a reference, not a ready answer. Use it to understand structure, format, and methodology, and then write your own project in your own words. This matters because IGNOU checks projects for plagiarism. If you download a sample and submit it as it is, it can be rejected, and it may even invite disciplinary action. IGNOU clearly states that the report must be your original work, and that violating the project guidelines can lead to rejection at any stage. IGNOU will also not accept a project that another student has already submitted. So where should you get genuine samples for reference? First, IGNOU, IGNOU's official digital repository, which holds dissertation guides and past material. Second, your study center or regional center, which may keep past reports for reference. Third, your official program project guidelines PDF on ignou.ac.in, which gives the proforma and format. And on ignouproject.com, you will find reference samples and format guides for many programs, all in one place. The right way to use any of these is simple. Study the structure, adapt it to your own topic, write it yourself, and run a plagiarism check before you submit. Let us quickly answer the questions students ask most. Does IGNOU give free official sample projects? No. It gives official guidelines and a pro forma plus repository material. Ready samples are third-party references. Is it safe to use a sample? Yes, as a reference for format and structure. It is not safe to copy and submit it. Will a sample get my synopsis approved? A sample helps you get the format right, but approval depends on your own original, relevant, and feasible topic, correct format, and your guide's sign-off. Can one sample work for every program? No. Use the sample and guideline for your own course because codes and rules differ. A quick word on submission and marks, covered fully in our other videos. Projects are submitted in fixed windows each year, with a project fee paid along with your term-end exam form, An evaluation includes the report and, in many programs, a viva. For the exact addresses, documents, and dates, see our IGNOU project submission guide linked below. To sum up, a sample shows you the correct shape of a synopsis and a report. Use it to learn the format, follow your own program guideline, and always write original work. For full written guides, format PDFs and reference samples, visit ignouproject.com. If this helped, subscribe to Shri Chakradhar Education for more IGNOU guidance. This is BK Sani, wishing you a smooth, approved submission.